Ladies and gentlemen, mental strength is not just the ability to push through challenges. It is the mastery of the mind's greatest tools: resilience, self-control, and the ability to learn from failure. Becoming mentally strong is a lifelong journey, a craft that requires consistent nurturing, discipline, and the courage to face one's inner battles. As Marcus Aurelius once said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. This quote encapsulates the essence of mental fortitude. Our strength does not come from controlling what happens to us, but how we respond to it. Oh, understand the secret of mental strength. We must first look within. Mental toughness is cultivated when we embrace adversity as a catalyst for growth. Challenges are not stumbling blocks, but stepping stones towards self-mastery. As Viktor Frankl, a survivor of the Holocaust, reminds us, when we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. True strength is not avoiding pain, but transforming it into a source of power. Resilience is often the foundation of mental strength. It is the ability to bounce back from adversity, to withstand hardship without losing your sense of self. It is not about enduring without feeling, but about acknowledging emotions without allowing them to overpower you. As the ancient philosopher Epictetus once stated, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This mindset allows us to rise above the fray, to control our inner world when the outer world is chaotic. Building resilience is about seeing setbacks not as signs of failure, but as opportunities to learn. Thomas Edison, in the face of thousands of failed attempts to create the light bulb, famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work here." Lies a fundamental truth of mental strength. A mentally strong person does not fear failure. Instead, they embrace it as an essential part of growth. Another pillar of mental strength is emotional regulation. This does not mean suppressing emotions, but rather acknowledging and managing them in a healthy way. It's important to remember that our emotions are not permanent states, they are fleeting, and with practice we can learn to navigate them. As Viktor Frankl also said, between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom. Mental strength is born in that space, the ability to pause, reflect, and make conscious decisions rather than react impulsively. One way to strengthen this capacity is through mindfulness. Mindfulness teaches us to observe our thoughts without judgment. It allows us to recognize the emotions we are experiencing without becoming overwhelmed by them. As the Buddhist teacher Thich Nhat Hanh says, "Feelings come and go like clouds in a windy sky. Conscious breathing is my anchor in moments of distress." Mental strength means finding that anchor, allowing emotions to pass without losing sight of your values and long-term goals. Self-discipline is the bridge between your goals and achievements. It is the ability to do what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. As Jim Rohn put it, discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Without self-discipline, even the most brilliant plans are just ideas without action. Mental strength often requires us to delay gratification, to pursue long-term fulfillment over short-term pleasures. It is easy to give in to the immediate temptations of life, whether it be procrastination, comfort, or fear of the unknown. However, the mentally strong individual understands that true satisfaction comes from persevering through discomfort to achieve something meaningful. Consider the words of Aristotle, who said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Mental strength is built one disciplined action at a time. Whether it's exercising regularly, maintaining focus on important tasks, or simply showing up each day, these small acts compound over time to create a life of purpose and resilience. The world is constantly changing, and one of the greatest strengths a person can have is the ability to adapt. Mental strength does not mean rigidity or stubbornness. It means the flexibility to shift your approach when circumstances change without losing sight of your values. As Charles Darwin said, "It is not the strongest of the species that survives, nor the most intelligent. It is the one most adaptable to change." Adaptability is about letting go of what no longer serves you and embracing new ways of thinking, even when they feel uncomfortable at first. Mentally strong people are not attached to a single outcome or path. They recognize that life is full of uncertainty, and rather than resist it, they learn to flow with it. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca once wrote, "The whole future lies in uncertainty live." Immediately, this mindset helps you embrace the present moment while remaining open to whatever the future may hold. A crucial element of mental strength is the belief that you can grow, change, and improve. This is often referred to as having a growth mindset, a term popularized by psychologist Carol Dweck. People with a growth mindset believe that their abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication and hard work. As Dweck puts it, the view you adopt for yourself profoundly affects the way you lead your life. When you see challenges as opportunities to grow rather than as threats to your self-worth, you open the door to greater resilience and achievement. Mental strength is not about having all the answers, but about being willing to learn and adapt when things don't go as planned, i.e. in the face of difficulty. Mentally strong individuals ask themselves, what can I learn from this? Rather than why is this happening to me, this subtle shift in mindset turns obstacles into opportunities and helps foster a sense of agency and empowerment. A significant part of mental strength is recognizing that there are many things in life that are beyond your control. Trying to control everything will only lead to frustration and anxiety. Instead, focus on what you can control: your actions, your mindset, and your responses. As the Serenity Prayer wisely advises, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Mentally strong individuals have the wisdom to discern between the two. They invest their energy in things they can influence, such as their thoughts and behaviors, rather than wasting time worrying about things outside of their control. This principle is also echoed in the teachings of the Stoics, who emphasize the importance of focusing on what is within our power. Epictetus taught, some things are in our control and others not. It is only after you have faced up to this fundamental rule and learned to distinguish between what you can and can't control that inner tranquility and outer effectiveness become possible. Gratitude is one of the most powerful tools for building mental strength. When you focus on what you have rather than what you lack, you cultivate a mindset of abundance and resilience. As Oprah Winfrey has said, be thankful for what you have, you'll end up having more. If you concentrate on what you don't have, you will never, ever have enough. Mentally strong people practice gratitude regularly, even in the face of adversity. They understand that there is always something to be thankful for, no matter how difficult life may seem. Gratitude helps shift your focus away from fear and despair toward hope and optimism. When you appreciate the small victories, the relationships that sustain you, and the lessons learned from hardship, you build an inner reserve of strength that can carry you through even the darkest times. Becoming mentally strong is not about avoiding pain, failure, or uncertainty. It is about learning to navigate these challenges with resilience, grace, and wisdom. It is about building habits of discipline, practicing emotional regulation, and nurturing a growth mindset. Mental strength is not a destination, but a lifelong journey, one that requires dedication, practice, and the willingness to grow from every experience. Let us embrace the challenges that come our way, not with fear, but with the confidence that we have the strength within us to overcome them. For it is through these trials that we become the most powerful versions of ourselves. Thank you.